Stop what you're doing. You won't believe how much Dennis Rodman has left in the bank at 63, and you have to watch until the end to get the full picture. That's right, the rebounding monster who dominated the paint in the 90s and became one of the most flamboyant personalities in sports history is now facing a totally different kind of scoreboard. His cash balance. At the height of his career with the Chicago Bulls, Rodman was earning upwards of $1.5 million per season in salary alone, not to mention endorsement deals with prominent companies like Fila and Hanes. He also starred in reality shows and launched his own brand of apparel, earning an extra millions. But today, after a rollercoaster life on and off the court, his net worth lies at a fairly modest $500,000. How did a 5-time NBA champion go from multi-million-dollar contracts to $500,000 in the bank? It starts with lifestyle. Rodman was famed for his unusual hair colors, body piercings, and a wardrobe that featured everything from leather chaps to bridal dresses. He spent large on houses, exotic automobiles, and private jets, living life at full throttle. When you earn millions, it's natural to imagine it will never end. He bought residences in Michigan and California, each with substantial mortgage payments. He collected motorcycles and high-end sound systems, and he staged lavish parties that burned through cash quicker than you can say rebound. Legal difficulties didn't help. Rodman's divorces and child support fights raked up legal fees in the hundreds of thousands. One court fight over unpaid taxes led to liens on his home. Another battle with a former boss ended in a pricey settlement. Every litigation chipped away at his money, and the costs kept pouring. Even his endorsement opportunities dried up once teams and sponsors got cautious of his off-court antics. What previously been a constant flow of checks became a trickle and finally a drip. Business projects that sounded good also turned sour. Rodman tried starting a clothing line and building a nightclub, but both went short. The apparel line never caught on, and the club collapsed within a year, leaving Rodman on the hook for unpaid rent and vendor costs. He invested in a few small restaurants too, but without the correct partners and management, those companies lost money rather than made it. Each unsuccessful enterprise meant more cash out the door and less in his pocket. In recent years, Rodman has attempted to rehabilitate. He's taken on paid appearances at sports bars and casinos, charging up to $10,000 a night to meet fans and sign autographs. He's sold off memorabilia, signed jerseys, game-worn sneakers, and rare trade cards on internet auctions, often earning tens of thousands of dollars per item. He's coached amateur teams and provided private basketball clinics, earning fees that assist pay day-to-day expenses. None of these gigs match his NBA pay, but they keep him afloat. Rodman has also leaned on his popularity in another unusual way: diplomacy. He's made news for visiting North Korea and meeting Kim Jong-un, an unexpected twist that landed him speaking fees and media appearances. While some consider his excursions as dangerous, Rodman maintains they've helped him stay in the public eye, and that keeps the bookings coming. A few of talk show interviews and podcast appearances here and there can bring in a few $1,000 each, and those add up when you're scraping the bottom of the barrel. Despite the financial ups and downs, Rodman remains upfront about his circumstances. He's mentioned in interviews that he wishes he'd managed his money better and that he regrets some of his spending choices. He's frank about the hazards of sudden prosperity and the significance of saving for the future. That honesty connects with fans who remember him as a strong opponent and now see him as a cautionary story. He's even teamed up with financial advisors to speak at youth camps encouraging young athletes not to make the same mistakes. So what does Dennis Rodman's money balance truly tell us? It shows that fame and money may be transitory without proper planning. It reminds us that lifestyle inflation, spending more as you earn more, can easily outstrip income. And it illustrates that even the biggest stars need a good financial game plan. Rodman's narrative is a wake-up call for everyone who dreams of riches, without thinking about what follows next. At 63, Rodman isn't done yet. He's exploring other opportunities, from acting cameos to a hypothetical memoir that may bring in a big amount. He's staying active too, playing pickup games, training young players, and sharing his unique take on the world. If he can secure a large TV deal or a best-selling book contract, his bank balance may soar back into the millions. But for now, that $500,000 figure remains as a sharp reminder. No matter how high you ascend, you've got to manage your spending, plan for lean times, and keep your eyes on the long game. If you found Dennis Rodman's financial path eye-opening and want more real-life money stories from the world of sports and entertainment, be sure to subscribe now. Your next lesson in fame, money, and financial wisdom is just a click away.